How are you guys?
Meeting go?
Very well.
In what way?
In what way? I think that it was, as I said in the meeting, it is the duty of the Security Council to be informed. So we sincerely didn't really appreciate an effort to obstruct the platform of providing information to the Security Council members and beyond. It is Chapter 6, be it pathetic to many, that says that it's a duty of the Security Council to prevent conflicts. So not to provide the Security Council members from the first-hand information about what is going on. We all see unprecedented transatlantic activity, people flying back and forth, and you guys doing your job reporting about that. But it's also our job to inform the membership of the Security Council.
Ambassador, are you confident that the Security Council can really take action in preventing a conflict like what's about to happen?
You are here, right? So someone sent you here, right? So your boss probably is confident that the UN doesn't matter. So the fact is that you're here, all of you, means that you still hope that the United Nations does matter as an organization.
So, Ambassador, are there back-channel conversations going on? Are there negotiations going on here in New York with you and the Russian ambassador and the U.S.?
Well, as you know, the Russian ambassador was away for quite a prolonged period of time, so I had no chance to talk to him. But as I also said at the outset of my intervention, the request from the United States came after weeks of back-to-back daily consultations in many, many formats. I mean, I met I met all ambassadors of the Security Council. I met many ambassadors outside the Security Council. Different formats were taking place. So everything that happened was well-timed and designed. And it was also very informed decision to have it today because you all saw the sequence of many, many, many events. So to have this briefing prematurely would not be a good idea either.
Ambassador, do you think this meeting today has helped the situation?
Absolutely.
In what way?
Because I believe that even you dealing with the daily challenges, be it family, job, whatever, you would like to deal with them being informed, aren't you? So please value the need to provide first-hand information. And the responsibility of the ambassadors, that's what we are paid for, being here in New York.
Ambassador, did you hear anything new from Russia?
No, I didn't. I mean, they are very consistent in what they are saying. I mean, I can tell you almost word by word what they will say next month when they use the seat of the Soviet Union to preside the Security Council. And I can take for this purpose the speech of Minister Lavrov to Duma less than a week ago.
And is there some diplomatic solution you can see?
We hope and we work with the aim to achieve a diplomatic solution. I said repeatedly in my speech, I have instructions for my government to reiterate, we plan no offense, no military offense, not in our plans.
Ambassador, what's the difference with Crimea? I mean, how we will have the Security Council this time stop something that instead happened before and the Security Council was unable to stop?
Including by providing information. Once again, I regret that when in 2014, even in 2013, starting from 2013, the foreign intelligence had all necessary information to collaborate what we were saying, that the Russian troops were amassing and moving in. And the Secretary General then had no guts to act and to request a briefing in the Security Council. And when we had the Security Council meeting, we wanted to have a resolution. The Russian Federation vetoed it. So I think that the more information we provide, the better.
Ambassador, do you think it is inevitable that Russia will invade?
It is imminent, and read the definition of imminent. It is not exactly the Russian definition of imminent.
Ambassador said he didn't know how many troops were amassed at the border. He said it was nothing new, but there were always
I said how many troops. You will see that in the statement posted online.
And what is your sense of what the Russian definition of imminent is?
Well, I knew that someone would ask that question. And, you know, in my speech, I reminded of the favorite writer of the top Russian diplomats, which is Lewis Carroll, right? And you remember Humpty Dumpty, don't you? Yeah. So what Humpty Dumpty said to Alice? Alice told, you know, Humpty Dumpty, I don't really understand your definition, right? Your definition. What Humpty Dumpty said? The word means what I want it to mean, right? Luckily, we do have dictionaries. English-Russian Dictionary of Diplomacy. Imminent. The first meaning, published in Moscow. Надвигающийся, нависающий, and only then неминуемый, which means approaching, hanging over, and only then unavoidable. So we have to work very hard so that the first two stay as it is, hanging over. The threat is hanging over, right? And it's our duty, not, right. Go ahead.
What next? What would you like to see that the international community doing to prevent further escalation?
We had a quite important, I'd say, I would use this word, important meeting in Paris on the 26th of the Normandy Forum. A very short but still important, once again, statement was issued, including on the issue of ceasefire, including on the need to meet again in a fortnight in Berlin. I need to remind you that it was the first meeting of Normandy format at the level of political advisors in more than 5 months, I think so. So if there is this continuation of discussions, that's the best thing to do. And we should not really panic, you know. And that's the message of my president, not to panic.
Ambassador, do you see a role for the Secretary General? Are you satisfied with the way he has been dealing with this?
Are you satisfied with many things around you? You're not. And it's very good, because this dissatisfaction is a thing that pushes you forward for their achievements. I met the Secretary General. We had a very good discussion with him. The Russian ambassador left the meeting of Security Council just a minute before I took the floor, allegedly to meet the Secretary General, and I'm sure he does meet the Secretary General after his long absence, but in fact he went to see you, probably to impose his narrative before you see me. But anyway, the Secretary General is in a very close consultations. He has his own spokesperson, so ask questions put questions to his spokesperson. But he is in close consultations, including with me, and we have some ideas, you know, and we'll see now when the Russian ambassador back in New York if his ideas are workable.
Ambassador, can you guarantee that Kyiv will not start defense against the Donetsk and Luhansk regions?
I said what I said in my statement, that it is instruction of my government to say that assaulting non-controlled territories is not our plan. All right?
Ambassador, one last question. You say that you were disappointed that nothing happened in 2014. What do you want to see happening now?
I want all members of Security Council, all members of the United Nations to take a responsible stance. You know, it is in the interest of everyone to prevent the war, or rather to prevent the renewal of an active phase of the military ongoing aggression. Everyone will suffer, even if you are far away from Ukraine. There are countries, you can Google, that depend on the grain supply. Grain supply comes from Ukraine. Of course, if there is an interruption of grain supply, you can go to the markets. The prices are wonderful these days, and you can buy grain from another source. There are many, many, many other implications. Nobody needs this to happen.
Do you want
Ambassador Thomas
international?
Greenfield. Ambassador Thomas Greenfield.
Ambassador